So you want to start trading. This is the app you will need for it. It's called MetaTrader 5. You can see there on the bottom left, there it is. You can just download that from the App Store. When you download it, this is what it'll look like. So all this shit probably is confusing as fuck. Don't worry about it. The chart is the actual only thing you really need. Is that the actual price of gold right now? Oh, not bad. So what you need to do first of all when you come into it, go to settings, and then you just need to make a new account. I would recommend just starting with a demo account. So if we go here, and it will just be MT5. Why is that not coming up? Or usually as well, yeah, it's one. Sorry, you choose a broker here. So just for you, you'll probably have MetaTrader 5, and then where it says demo account, demo is just, it's like fake money. It's as if you're playing a video game, but it lets you trade as if you were doing it really. Yeah, obviously your name, date of birth, phone number. Probably going to blur all that shit out. Deposit, just put that at 3k. The reason we're going to do 3k is because we're trying to keep it realistic for when you actually go in to do a copy trading thing. And copy trading is just when, I'll show you what copy trading is in a minute, but you'll only be depositing probably about £300. Even this is going to be like a lot more than what you're going to be used to. So there you go. That's you. You've now got a login and a password and all that shit. You can screenshot it if you want. But demo accounts, I wouldn't say they really matter. And now that you've started, here's what it all looks like. This is really confusing. So I would just say, if you're going to do copy trading, the guy that I recommend, he only trades gold, which is at the bottom there. XAU USD, that is gold. Everything else, literally just take your time and just delete. You don't need any of it. Like, get rid of it. Nice and simple. You just scroll from the right of the screen there if you're struggling with it, and then if you accidentally click on it like I did, then you just go back to it. You can't get rid of it if you're in it already. Damn, I'm fat fingering some of these. You don't have to do this, but I just like to because it gets rid of everything. And then it's XAU, I know I've got that extra one, XAU USD, and that is gold. The reason it's gold is because the chemical symbol for gold is AU, and then it's just XAU, which is like, I think 1 kilogram of gold versus the price of USD, the US dollar. So you can see the low, or if you want to know what all these little numbers are and stuff, like first of all, go to chart there. This is the current price of it. So 1 kilogram of gold is 3,992, or it might be like 1 ounce or something like that. Anyway, it's like one amount of gold is $3,991. And again, if we go back to quotes, then we just don't need that other one here. Give me a little bit fiddly. All I want is gold. So you can see on the right hand side there, the 3992.1713, whatever, that is the actual price of gold right now, with lows today, I'm pretty sure that's lows today, of 3974 and highs of 4014. So there's been like a fair fluctuation today. And yeah, all you need to do is click on it. You can see there's a time there, and then all you want is chart. And if you also click chart in the bottom left, that is what you'll get. Now, when it comes to trading, you can click the top right button there, the square. Try not to wreck this. And all you need to do now is click buy or sell. And trading is as simple as that. If you click buy, it will buy in at the top right price. If you click sell, it will sell at the top right price. They're basically the same. There's a little bit of spread and stuff. You know, don't worry about any of that shit. You don't need to know about it. I've got stuff on my Instagram if you want to see why they differ. But for now, just all you need to know is from here, we're going to trade gold. And you buy or you sell. So if you think it's going to go up, guess what? You click buy on yen whenever you do that. Except one click trading, which just lets you go and click buy. Why is it not? Oh, probably because it's too high of a lot size for this account. If we do like 0.5 maybe, there we go. It'll let me go into a buy. And now, if you click trade, you can see that's exactly how much money we're making or losing. I didn't actually analyse the charts one bit. Oh, look at that, like we're up money. And then all you need to do now is, if you want to close partials, you just click that close position, the red bit. And then up here, you could close 0.2 of it at a profit of £50 right there. So we've closed 0.2 of it. We go to history. Look at that, we've made £21 and we've still got 0.3 of it running. And then if we go on the top left there down to a smaller time frame, you can see that blue is where we bought in, the red is where we sold, and then if we close all positions, that closes the rest of it out. And now we've made £62 total from that one sell. And you can see, look, there's where it went. The blue arrow is where we bought in, the first red arrow is where we sold, and the second red arrow is where we sold again. And you can see, just like that, I've made £62. And what was that, like a couple of seconds? And obviously, all you would need to do if you want to earn more money is change that to 1. And now click buy. Oh, maybe it does actually let me do buys. So now we're in a buy of 1 on a pretty small account. Like, I would definitely say that if this goes against us, what can happen now? What you do is you click on the line, and then you can set a stop loss. So let's say minus £200, and I take profit of £350, and you would click at the bottom of the blue arrow, and then you click modify. You can also change it up here if you want to. And then boom, that's you're now in a trade. And if it hits that line, it'll take you out and you'll lose £259. And if you hit that line, you will also be taken out the trade and you will make £352. And that's a stop loss and take profit. Always set your stop loss. Like, one of the things I done when I first started is I went, oh, okay, yeah, as long as I don't lose much money, I'll be fine. So the difficult bit now becomes, how much do I buy, like what lot size up the top, and where do I buy and sell? Now, the lot size bit is a pretty quick answer. I can help you out with that in a second. The buy and sell bit is one where you either spend months learning the charts and learning where to buy, where to sell, should you take partial profit, should you not, like, that's where whole strategies come into it. The bit that I would say is simplest to do is, at the beginning, you can just use copy trade strategies where photos, there we go, and a Telegram chat like this, where you will be told, I'm placing XAU USD sell at 3999. So let's go back to the chart, and that was earlier today. So if I look on, you can click the little clock icon to set a sell limit in advance. So let's see, 39999, you would set a sell limit there. And if you want to change it to buy stop, which means if it came up, it would put you into buy. And but right now we want it to be a sell limit. So if price comes up to it, it would sell you in. A stop loss of 4004, so SL, set to 4004. You can set it like right on the mark if you want, but you'll eventually learn that, like, it doesn't matter too much. And then I take profit down here as well of, what did he want? TP1. So yeah, so you've actually got 3 here. You've got TP1, which would be 3995, TP2 3990, and TP3 3985. So let's say we set it for TP2, and then we click the blue arrow, and then we click place. That would now be a sell, a buy order. A sell order is being placed at that point, where if price comes up to that sell limit, it will take you out, and then you can see the stop loss and the TP you're in now. So that will automatically enter you in and let the trade run and automatically cash you out. So that's like essentially the hard work done with that. I would recommend, if you're starting with £300, which is how much I started with, it's a good amount, then put on lot sizes of 0.2. The reason for that is to trade safely, you want each trade to be maximum 1% of your overall account. So that would mean that for a £300 account, each trade you should be risking 1%, which is £3. That would mean you'd have to put on lot size of 0.01. I'm recommending a lot size of 0.2 because you'll maybe lose something like I don't know, £40-50 or something, but then if you're taking profits at like good levels and stuff like that, then you can make a lot more. And the thing is, see, with such a small account, like, you need to have kind of reasonable take profits. Oh look, this will probably, yep, stopped us out there. So there you go, minus £259, and that's where you'll end up kicking yourself, because if you look back, it went up. I could have cashed out earlier and made money, or if I'd have had my stop loss set better, then I wouldn't have lost money, you know, yada yada. It's like, trading is never an easy game where you will always doubt yourself if you're going to doubt yourself. Like, please, if you just put money into an account, don't just click buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, because exactly what happened to me there will happen to you, where you'll go, I bought it and it went up, and then you'll try and buy it. Like, trading has two big parts to it. One is making money, which is really easy. The difficult bit is part two, which is keeping the money, where just like I showed you there, I made money and then I've just lost even more. And if you run a normal account and you put £300 in, you know, my profit's sitting at minus £197. So if I take one more bad trade like that, I'm wiped out, I'm out the game. So, like, you need to fight that urge to make money in the beginning, and you need to have the discipline to go, okay, buys of 0.1, maybe 0.2. And as far as profits go, so let's say we go back to the initial example where it's 995, 990, 9985. And let's see here, so we've got our sell limit. Let's say we go for the first one, which was 995. We would make £287. Pretty good. Was it 995? Yeah, 995. Then we've got 990. And then we've got 985. So, we could be making £1,000 here off of this trade. Albeit if it takes our stop loss out, we lose that £300 that we put in. So that's where it's like, we are risking 100% of our account to make 3 and a bit times our account. Like, a 300 plus return is unheard of. Like, even anything above like a 2% when you're trading properly, 2% return is unheard of. Like, that is amazing to be getting on trades. But right here, to be getting 300 and something percent of your whole account, nearly 400% of your account in one trade is amazing. But the downside is you get one wrong trade and your account's gone. So that's why I would say only trade when it's recommended to, or when there's trades to follow, just like there. Because with my mentor that I use, I would say he goes for very high win rate trades. If he tells you to put your stop loss at break even, what that means is, see the stop loss, move that just below the sell limit, so that then if price comes back, it cashes you out right where you bought in. The other thing you can do is, say price starts moving in your direction, and let's say we've got our full take profit at the maximum one, which is always, I would say, yeah, swing for the fences. So modify. So right there, if we get into that trade, 3999, and we're going for the maximum take profit at 3985. However, when price starts to kind of come in our direction, what we'll do is take partial profits. So if we're doing buys of one, which again, don't do buys of one on a £300 account, because just like I've shown here, following that trade, you're over leveraging. I would say buys of 0.2. But at the end of the day, it's your money, but I can almost guarantee you that if you try and risk too much money, you're just going to blow your account immediately. And if you try and take trades on your own, you're going to blow your account. And if you try and overtrade, you're also going to blow your account. Like, it's difficult, but just wait for the trades to get put in the chat, take the trades when they come in, use reasonable risk management, like is it 0.2 buys, set your stop loss, and you will make money. It'll just take time. If you over leverage one wrong trade, which my mentor, like, it's just like anyone trading, you're always going to lose. You're never going to have 100% win rate. There's no like holy grail. You will lose. So make sure that you're like following proper risk management. But let's say here that we go in for a sell, because I'd actually feel it could be looking like sells. That wouldn't even let me go into one there. Let's do 0.8, maybe it'll let me do that. I've got if I had to guess right now, I'd say that we're in a sell. And I'll delete that other one, that was just for demonstration. So hopefully it goes in our direction, and then I can show you what I mean where stop loss, general rule of thumb, put stop losses below previous highs. And if we zoom out, so if we go from the 1 minute time frame up to the 15-minute time frame, whenever you're looking at minus 400, whenever you're looking at other take profits, it's usually targeting previous highs. So something like that, where the reason, if I zoom out even further to the 30-minute, there we go, I'm targeting that low. See down here, I'm targeting that previous low. You could also try and target that low, but if you don't know what you're doing market structure wise, and market structure is just knowing or having a rough idea of what direction the market is going to move in. So there's a dog just barking outside there. If you don't have any idea what direction it's going to go in, then just follow exactly what the mentor, just do exactly what the trading group says. But yeah, I rightly predicted which way it would go. So look, we're up £120, and what I would say is, let's say that we said that, yeah, this level, we'll call that TP1. What you could do, general rule of thumb, so I've got a 0.8, I would say maybe close 20 to 40% at your first TP. Like, you want to close a decent chunk where, you know, you're not going to be annoyed if it comes back. Like, let's say that it then came back and hit your stop loss at break even, so you could do close 0.3 of the 0.8. Okay, and then stop loss we'll put at break even. So now, if price does come back, it cashes out at £9, and we've already made, you can see there 0.3 to 0.830. So you'll have made £38, but that's kind of shitty when you look at the full take profit. Right now it'll make us 500, so £38 compared to 500, you're kind of like, shit, not exactly worth it. And then you can see at the top it's even corrected to 0.5 if we want to get into another buy, because that's how much we've got left running right now. So this way that I'm showing you of like taking partial profits and setting stop loss to break even mitigates risk almost completely. However, we would have made 800 if we left it go to that max TP. Now we can only make 515. So it does cut your maximum profits, and this is where you can mess around with this and try and find a strategy that works for you, where maybe you only take profits at, or maybe you just wait for it to go TP1. Like, I would say almost always you're going to be safe with that. You let it run to TP1 and then you just cash out, because now we're up like 150, blah 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 blah. You know, we could wait a little bit longer here, or you could just say, nah, I'm happy with that, 136. There we go, we've made back 166. So today we're only at a loss of £31. But then, maybe if I'd have held it, they're going down even further. Or maybe, like it's doing right now, it comes back, and if I didn't sell then we would have lost all that profit. So it really does become quite a psychological game. But I would say if you want a foolproof, safe but slow method, just set every single time you trade your take profit on TP1, do buys of 0.2 for a £300 account, and then when you hit maybe like an extra, I don't know, every extra 100 £100 or something, maybe you can bump it up to like 0.3, or maybe probably another extra £200 of profit. So if you get to £500, then you can bump up to like 0.3 buys and sells. And if you get to another 200 and you're up at, you know, £700, and you can bump it up a little bit more. And it's just all about managing your risk, following how to like set profits and stuff, you know, setting buys and stuff like that, catching the trades, and that's kind of all there is to copy trading right there. And I've been profitable enough doing that I've been able to quit my job. I think I've covered most of it. The biggest thing you'll find is finding where your risk tolerance is. But essentially, you're using someone else's years of knowledge to figure out when to buy and when to sell. And as long as you can manage the lot sizes and the risk, then that's kind of all there is to it. And now it just becomes a case of, you go, oh fuck, I've made money, oh fuck, I've lost money. And when you've done the trades for the day, put your phone away. And honestly, like, it'll just become a case of always have Telegram ready to receive your messages, and when it happens, like, you need to be on that shit really quick. So make sure you're up in the morning, because I would say for my mentor, they come in between anywhere from 6 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. So that means you need to be in bed early, be up early, be ready to catch them, and you can start making good consistent money from it. And then if you want to actually learn how to get into trading, that's where the real difficult bit becomes, when you just go from, I don't want to have to copy somebody 24/7 to actually want to make money myself, know how to put on the trades. But anyway, as long as you want to know how to copy trade, then that's how you can get started. And I'll leave a link to my mentor's page, and just go and follow that if you're interested.